Hello everyone, Sarah here, back again with another 3D Sunshine build video. Now today we're starting out in Minecraft because I wanted to try to modify an existing environment rather than starting from scratch. So I loaded up a new survival world in Minecraft 1.8.9 and this is the first village that I found. It's just a small desert village. It's fairly sparse. But there's a lot of land here that could be expanded, and I see another village in the background. I haven't actually looked at it yet. So this could become a huge desert city, but I think for the time being, I might just focus on this village right here. So you can see we've got a couple of sort of farm patches going on. We've got two small buildings, one of the medium buildings. I think that's a blacksmith. I haven't actually looked inside yet. And then we've got one of the towers. And I'm standing on a patch of farm, but if you come down, you can see it's one of those that's like propped up on the dirt. I think that looks really strange. So I think that might be something I fix. Either I'll replace the dirt with sand or I'll just move this whole farm entirely. I guess we do have another small building back here. So when I play in survival, which I do frequently, usually what I do is I like to live in these existing structures. So I'll travel until I find a city or a village, and then I'll make one of these my home base. And it's usually, I think, a building of this shape. So I'll put my furnaces sort of in this corner, and I'll put some chests around here, and then I'll eventually build a stairwell right about here, and I'll tunnel into the ground and make my basement under here. I don't think I'll do that in 3D Sunshine. I think I'll just sort of expand this village out so that I have more space to do that sort of thing. And I do want to take a look at that building that I said might have been a blacksmith earlier. I just want to see sort of what I'm getting myself into. And I think that was over here somewhere. Farm. Ooh, a cave. Ooh, I didn't even notice that before. Oh, no, I think I was just looking at this fountain and thinking it was part of one of these buildings. Okay, so we've got a fountain too. Cool, and I do want to take one more look at this cave because I might have a plan for this cave. Interesting, that looks like that goes really deep. Okay, cool. And with that, let's switch to 3D Sunshine. Okay, so here we are in 3D Sunshine, and as you can see, things look a little different than we were expecting. It looks like 3D Sunshine doesn't necessarily recognize the textures for some of these blocks, namely the wheat down in the fields. I think these are the desert shrubs, kind of like the little tumbleweeds, and I don't remember what the roofs of these buildings are made out of. But I think that's okay. I think all of the block data is there, so when we go back into Minecraft, all of this will look the way we expect. And it's good that we have a placeholder that we know that things are there. And I think this might actually be stairs. It looks like sandstone stairs aren't recognized either, but that's okay. It doesn't much matter for us. So let's jump right in, and I think the first thing I want to do is work on getting this field off of this strange dirt structure. So I should probably zoom out before I crawl so that I crawl a little faster. Oh, that worked out way better. You can see my computer is way less sad as we sort of zoom in on this thing. Okay, so I think the way to do this is to start by turning this into a part. So we'll just glue this up. Line up our bottom corner. I like to line up this bottom corner, and then when I pull the trigger, it just holds it in place. And then I can grab all of these other blocks. Okay. Now if I'm lucky, everything comes together. Yes! Ah! Success! And then I think maybe the way to fix this is just delete the dirt and leave the sand behind. So where do I actually want to set this down? I think I might make a part out of this actually, and then clear out this dirt and then put it back here. And I might reorient some of these as well. So let's do that. Let's delete block just to be safe. Come in here and we just sort of start to carve away this dirt And I think if we carve away the dirt and leave the sand behind, we'll end up with something that looks like it was supposed to be there. So we'll just start with these front layers, being careful not to sort of clip into the floor. Rotating, okay. Sort of just push our way back until we hit dirt. Yeah, see, I think the edge was generated first, the garden was generated second, and then the dirt was generated last to just fill in that empty space. Okay, that's most of it. It looks like I just barely got all of this this village into this plane. Oh yeah, so I'm running at 64 by 64 by 64, so I'm running a much larger field now. I did finally figure out the problem with my graphics card from the last video. Actually, that's quite funny. So as it turns out, I have a mini fridge that's plugged in right behind my computer, so that as I'm playing games, I can reach beverages relatively quickly without having to get up and go over to my normal fridge, which is over in the kitchen. It's just kind of a leftover sort of artifact from college, as I had this mini fridge in college. It was plugged into the same power strip as my computer, and so as the pump in the fridge would turn on and off, it would cause like a power surge that would cause my graphics card to freak out a little bit, or possibly just my monitor, and it would lose sort of that connection. So it must have affected the HDMI signal in some way. And I just found this by Googling it. I just Googled my screen shuts off periodically, and someone was like, oh, it's probably interference from some other power consuming device. Right, so that's done, and that edge looked really good. So now we can set this back down. I think I might try to turn this field into something like this field. Actually, no, if I'm looking at this part, it's already a connected field like this. So maybe the solution is to rip up all of this and turn this into like a big connected garden. That might be the way to do this. I think that's what I'm going to do. So we're going to make parts out of this. We're going to glue this up where cursor. I think my cursor scaling is way better today. There we go. Like normally I've struggled with having to swim really far and having to reach really far, but today I'm actually doing a really good job. Okay, so let's move this to... Well, let's line it up to start with, and then we can worry about sort of deleting things later. Or, I guess just in this case, I just won't group this last edge, and then we can move it to connect to this other piece right here. So we'll glue, and we're going to ignore this first row, so we're going to start about here. And there we go. Now we can pick this up and move it, and hopefully that remaining sandstone edge doesn't get in the way. Oh, that's interesting. Those blocks aren't recognized either, but I think that's just normal dirt. I wonder... Oh, no, it's farmland, which is different, distinctly different from dirt, because it has that different texture on it. And then these can go away, so we'll just delete these. I don't think I'll need them for anything. Oh, but that's interesting. I didn't realize, if you look really closely, there's actually a different texture here. So if you ever visit a village that's on like a grassy plain, it has that, not granite, gravel. It has a gravel path. I guess desert villages have a sandstone path as opposed to just normal sand. I guess I didn't realize that, although it is really hard to see because sandstone and sand are the same color. Maybe if you have like a really cool texture pack, it'll be a little more obvious. Which I might play around with in the future, is having a texture pack in my Minecraft worlds. I've never actually done it. Actually, it's not true. I've done it once, a long time ago, where I had 512 by 512 textures, which just looked nuts. and totally unnecessary. Now I think the best way to do this is just to set this down here, and now I just have these rows of gardens. I like that. I do like that. So what do I want to do with this garden? Do I want to leave that there? I think I do. I think I do want to leave that there. Unless I put it like right here. Well, let's see. What else do I actually want to do? Right, so I like to live in buildings that are of this style, so I'm going to make a part out of this building, and I think I'm going to build another one. Actually, I think I'm going to make parts out of all of these buildings and just like put more of them, but I think I'm also going to try to maybe modify this building. I'd try to keep sort of the same style. Let's start from this corner for gluing this. So we'll glue up this building. I want to start above this block. Go up and through. Ooh, how do I know if I've made it to the other side? Kind of look like kind of from the top down. I hope that's right. I know my bottom corner is right. Oh no, I clipped a lot of dirt. Oh, I don't know how to fix that. Oh, and I probably got this block too. Maybe, if I group these into their own group, they should disconnect. So if I do this, I don't know why I'm struggling with this, like, red group tool today, this sort of drag tool. If I do that, that should form a separate part, and this should be on its own now. Oh, I must have missed this because it ended here. Okay, so I'm going to assume this group is correct. So let's... Actually, I could just duplicate this farm as many times as I wanted. Maybe I'll do that, but I'll do it later. So now, let's make a part out of this. Oh, I bet this roof was stone stairs. Or, sandstone stairs. Which would make sense because all these other sandstone stairs are failing as well. That's quite the tongue twister. Sandstone stairs. Okay, awesome. So that's there. Oh, but I did want the original. I should have duplicated that instead of just grabbing it. Okay, so let's put it back. It's going to be roughly there-ish. Actually, my group would tell me where it went originally, but I think if I look from the front, I just want to line up the stairs with the road. If I can get in such a way where I can see the road. Oh, this is really good, so you can kind of see the line right there. So now we'll just get this to snap with the stairs somewhere along the road, and that's close enough. But now that that's separate, do I want to move this? Do I want to move? I think I want to move this a little closer. Not like super close, but like that is fine. I might make some parts out of this tower too and make this tower much taller if I can. Maybe a few of them. Okay, so let's do the same with this building. I'll make a part and maybe duplicate it. So I need to be on glue before this works. Okay, so there's that. Cool. Grab. Oh, I should be able to just duplicate like this, right? Nope. I don't know if that was my fault or if something's not right, but glass panes. Ah, there we go. Okay. So I just suck. That's fine. Okay. I think one block is a little too narrow between buildings, so let's move this over. Oh, now see, this one has the stairs on the road, and I've been aligning the stairs with the road. Because I don't want to adjust all of the buildings, I think I'll be consistent with the way it exists already, although I did like sort of this setback system better. So we'll just move that forward, especially because now when I move this in, this is going to get a touch crowded. Oh, maybe if I move it down a little bit, just so that this stair kind of lines up with this hallway. Cool, that looks good. Another one. Now these are the same, right? It looks like it. So let's, can I fit another one of these here? Yes, but it looks kind of strange. Unless, let's combine these together. So I'm going to delete the stairs. And now I'm going to turn this building around. I'm going to try to just rotate it from the top. Must be auto-saving. Yep. And we'll pick this up, flip around, so that the door is facing this window. And actually, while I have access to this window, I'm going to delete these blocks. So I'll delete that, and delete that. And now I'll go back and I'll grab this. I'll set it down. I'm also going to push it one into the building so that that wall isn't twice as thick. I don't know how to show that off. I'm going to try to clip through this window. But now you can kind of see that, wow, you can see through all of the buildings. But you can see that that wall is only one thick. But it does still need... I forgot to delete the wall on this one, too. I don't know where my cursors are. I hope I can reach... Nope, I think I'm just going to have to back out. I wonder if I can get through this way. Yeah, I can. I think I got it. Yeah, look at that, I got it. Cool. My hand is getting much steadier. That would not have been possible during the first video that I made. Now, a roof would be cool. I don't know. Let's see, how wide is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? I wonder if I could just sort of collect this structure. So let's group that. So let's group that roof. Glue. I should be calling it glue. Oh well. Forgive me. No, that wasn't what I wanted. That's what I wanted. I do think I got all of those blocks. So now let's grab a duplicate. We'll put that in the part bar. I'm not even touching all the bricks in this bar at all. Let's overwrite the glass. And now we can come back here, set this back down, and we can just line 2D this whole group across this roof. Wow, that was really cool. That was just one of those moments where it was like the power of this program really kind of shines through, that it was just such a natural sort of organic extension. It felt like an extension of myself, which I think is really where where 3dSunshine is going to make a difference in what we do. I think I want to roof on this one as well, as long as I have this part and I can do that. I know that's like weird and not how it normally is, but as long as it's easy. And I do like how that looks. I might want it one lower. I wonder if that would work. I wonder if that would overwrite the way I'm expecting to. So if I grab this and move it down, I wonder if that'll overwrite these blocks when I come back into the world. Well, I'll just do it and we'll see when we log back in. I think this one is okay being tall. That's probably fine. Oh, I see. These are kind of like this, but with a roof, and this roof does look fairly interesting. That's okay. It's okay that we have a couple of different variations. Actually, I think these houses are smaller than these houses. I think these are only 2 by 3, and these are 3 by 3. And I think these are the ones that most closely match the style of this house. So I think these are the ones that I'm going to use to make sort of extensions to this building. Autosave? Probably autosave. Autosave. Cool. So this is... I think we established that those are the sort of desert plants, the tumbleweed sort of plants. And we have cactus. I don't like to disturb the natural landscape too much. But our city is already much bigger and much more densely populated. And I don't want to do the whole thing because I don't want it to just be this brick of buildings. But I kind of want to leave this area alone because of this cave entrance. So I think this is the only sort of good... Ooh, there's another cave. Right, but I think this is sort of the only good place for what will ostensibly be my house will go. I wonder what's down there. Maybe I'll look at that one day. I do plan on doing more in this world. I think the goal is to make this survival world like the 3dSunshine survival world. Whereas I've been using a different flatlands for every other build video I've done. So I think to compromise, I'm just going to move these cactuses over there so that they still exist and I'm not destroying anything. I don't know if that's like functionally equivalent, but it makes me feel better about building here, I think. Oh, I missed. Okay, so let's go lower and try again. There, that's all of them. So now we'll grab this whole mess of cactus. It's all one sort of thing. And we'll just set this down here. And I'll need a cactus farm if I want to use green for anything. So maybe that'll expand into a cactus farm, or maybe later I'll come back and I'll do something with the village that's behind me as well. Because remember when we were looking, we were standing on top of the garden that was originally here and we were looking in that direction. And there was a little village in the background. I didn't go look at it before I started building. Maybe it will reveal something interesting that can be done. Okay, so let's work on my house, as I'm just going to call it. So we'll start with the house part that I saved from earlier. Let's set it down, and let's set it down on the grid because I noticed that my computer is less. Oh, fail. I was gonna say because I noticed my computer is less upset when I do that, and then I go and mess up. Okay, so there's the front, so I need to go this way with it. So let's turn, set this down. Try not to overwrite anything. Maybe I'll just stick it there until I get a better look at where I want this to go. Looks like it needs to come this way a little bit. And set down here. Okay, cool. So now I want this to be bigger, so I think I'm going to take out this wall and bring it out this way, if I can. And that's all just sandstone, so maybe what I do is I group. I have an idea. Going to group. Where is it? Glue. I'm going to glue. What do I want to glue? Do I want to do this whole wall? I think I want to do this whole wall. Oh, I did this the wrong way. Okay. So I'll start up in the other corner. Because otherwise my hands were going to cross and that wasn't what I wanted to do at all. I think it is harder because my controllers are together. Maybe it's dependent on how close the tips are. Oh, yeah, okay, so I think that's my fault. Oh, I don't know. I'll get it, maybe I'll just do it by hand. Save some time. That was almost what I wanted to do. And actually, I think I'm going to group these separately. I'm going to group this separately, and I'm going to group this separately. Okay, cool. So now let's move. Actually, no, let's line. I don't think I did my grouping right the way I wanted to do. What I want to do is I want to line the walls out, and then I'm just going to move this to the end. But I think this top part needs to be part of the wall group, not the edge group. So we'll start here. Huh, that's interesting. I wonder why those grouped together. Oh, duh, okay. Sorry, it grouped together because this was a group and this was a separate group. Okay, so if I just trace around here separately, getting it right this time. I'm so not good at this. Okay, there's one. Oh no, the autosave. I'll just let go and I'll fix it later. Okay. Crap. Adventures in the group tool. There we go. Okay, I think that's finally what I wanted. So now, all that work just to make this part easy is I can line this straight out as far as I want, which I want to be here. And now I can just grab this, put it at the end, and I instantly have an extension to my house. That is cool. All right, so now getting the roof to work the way I want it to. So we have sort of an example of what a like a section, a connecting roof looks like. I wonder if I can copy and paste that correctly. So what do I want? I want from here to here, I think. Oh, and that light is not going to help me. So maybe if I come from this direction, it'll be less lit. Or is the light behind me? If the light's coming from behind me, then it doesn't matter which way I look at it because it's going to be difficult no matter what. Oh, that's interesting. This side is different from this side. I don't know how much of this I want. I think I want to start here. And come this way. I'll just reach as far as I can and worry about it later. Okay, so that's that. Let's copy that off to the side and work on it somewhere else and see what needs to change. What do I want? I want grab. That's what I want. So let's make a copy of this. That's... Oh, I grabbed part of a different building. That's not good. Okay. So we'll do that. Oh, I grabbed part of this fountain. We'll go back to glue, and we'll just glue these into their own group. Okay. Now I can grab this and take it off to the side. Preferably by duplicating. Oh. Okay. I've tried too many times. I'll just put it up there and put it back. Put it back in the right spot. If I can. Cool. Okay. So I think the first thing I want to do is I want to copy this end piece and put it on the end here. Okay. Okay, that copy worked. So it looks like it's not the same size. I don't know what side we want the extra bit on. On this side, it's on the outside, but we don't want it to continue along this way. So I guess here, and then it'll just butt up into the side of that building, or this side of this wall. That's probably okay. Okay, so now let's take this piece out, start to mess with this, and see what it is we want. So we want it to rotate this way. We essentially want this to go away. Oh no, I didn't want to drop it. So let's just set this down. I think we want these end bits to go away. So we're going to delete. Do we want them to go away, or do we want them to end up on this side? Well, let's just delete them for now, and we can worry about it later. I actually want to delete this all the way back to here. Okay, so that works, and then that forms a diagonal. So what from here do I want to delete? Where do I want this to go? Let's try to sort of line it up a little better. So, this line and this line are lined up, so now I want to try to put this line where we want it to go, which means lining up with this, if I can, which means going this way. Like that? Yes. So what needs to disappear? I think these blocks need to go away. And I think for now these can go away. All the way back to I didn't want to get rid of all of that. Oops. Oh well. Glue. What did that look like? That looked like this. It is kind of hard when you can't see what this group is, but I think that's okay. So we'll do that. Stick it down. Move it closer. That's interesting. I wonder why I can't put it where I want it to. Huh. Let's try doing it block by block and see if that works. No. Huh. Will this individual block go there? That's really strange. What happens if I grab group? Just put this... that's not a group. Grab. Oh, these must have come ungrouped as I moved them individually. Let's group. Again. It's fine. Grab. Put this up here. Try to put it back. No. Just that one square doesn't want to be filled in. Okay. Get rid of this. So what I actually wanted to do was get rid of some of this. So now that this is lined up and it just needs to go straight down, what I want to do is delete anything that isn't this front layer. So this will come out. Okay. And then in exchange, all of this needs to come out down here. It's sort of like generating puzzle pieces. Oh, I'm inside a roof. Now where does this need to stop? This needs to go away. And then I think we're okay. We just delete these rows. Oh, I hope this works. This is gonna look really silly if I don't do it right. Okay, so now we should be ready to just grab and take this straight down. Okay, cool. It's actually closer than I was expecting, which is good. It's better than I was expecting it to turn out. So if these are stairs, this is going to complain a little bit, I think. I wonder what happened if we just got rid of this sandstone. Delete block. and just moved more stairs in here. And grab block. Just copy this and put that there, and we'll let it sort of work itself out. So now we're just going to extend this roof back and fix this end, and then I think I might actually call this good. So we'll glue just this front area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we'll grab group. Oh no, we'll line. Oh, that's interesting. It's connected to whatever's back here. Let's try that glue again. Oh, and this time we'll get the... Okay. So now let's try to line again. And that should connect up. It does! I just need to take that block back. So we'll do line 2D block. And this should go all the way back. Should actually go all the way to there, and then this should come down. I think this is supposed to be a sandstone block. So how do we... I wonder if I can just line this up to here. Yes. Can I line this down to here? I can! Okay, so that fixes that. So what's left? This needs to come back this way, and I think this just needs to be sandstone. So we'll delete that. And we'll fill that in with sandstone. And then I think that fixes this building and finishes it. Oh no, I have one more block that needs to go back. Actually, it doesn't necessarily have to, but I think for consistency, I'm going to do it anyway. So let's line 2D block, grab this, go all the way back. Oh, let's call that good. Okay, so I'm going to zoom out one more time. Oh, that's really far. Okay. So let's recap. What changed? We moved this weird floating garden down to here. We've moved some gardens from over here, and we sort of organized them a little bit. We duplicated this building specifically. We added, and we sort of extended it. We made a new building type. We took this building, we duplicated it, and we extended that as well, and that is going to be where I live. Cool. I think the last thing that might have been interesting is maybe duplicating this tower, putting it here, and making it taller, but I might do that in another video, or I might just do that on my own time. Alright, so let's take a look at this in Minecraft. Okay, so we're back in 1.8.9. Let's play our world. See what our new and improved village looks like. Okay, so it doesn't look very different from where I was standing when I logged out. So I logged out in the middle of the village so that it would all be in a single plane when I logged into 3dSunshine. So we've got our garden here. We've got our rows of gardens here. And it looks like I have potatoes and carrots. And I'm not really sure what those are. Those must be young carrots. We've got wheat. I don't know if there's anything else. I think it's just those three. So that building remained unchanged. Oh, this lighting didn't update. Let's fix that. Cool. It does look like a village where a lot more people would live, and I think that more villagers might actually spawn in maybe a few golems since I've added a few doors. I don't know how many doors are required to get things to spawn like that. But we've got a priest over here. Yeah, I like that. It looks like a village that's expanded, which is really natural and really cool. So let's see. This building we left alone. This is the building that we modified from this building. So if we go inside this building, it's just a 3x3 cube. And so if we go in here, it should be 2 3x3 cubes because I left this wall behind. Oh, it has a second door. How did that happen? Okay, maybe I just wasn't paying attention. The tower was left alone. I believe this building was left alone. So that just leaves my house. Alright, so here's the front door. And this should look the same. We come inside. Oh, this gives me a lot more space. I specifically prioritize wall space because I like to put a lot of chests in, because I like to stay organized. So usually I do like chest, furnace, chest, crafting table, chest, whatever. Excuse me, like brewing stand or cauldron. But I actually haven't done a lot of brewing or cauldron stuff. Then when I play, usually what I do is I pretend that this is a wall, and I'll put some chests on this second row, and then back here is where I build a stairway. I much prefer stairways to ladders, just personally, because you just run, and they're easy. And then down underneath here is usually where I build a small room with all of my bookcases for my enchanting table. And then I usually just use enchantments to make myself better. I don't really deal with potions. I never quite figured it out. I'm still really old-fashioned. My mind is just stuck in beta 1.8 where there was only one type of tree. Cool. Okay, so this is a double window. This is a single window. This is a double window. And I've just got this like weird window thing going on here. And it's asymmetric, but I think it started asymmetric, didn't it? Because where did I copy it from? I copied it from... No, I just copied it from here itself. Maybe I should have brought this out more. Maybe this wall should have come out one more. Yeah, I think that's what I did wrong, is that this wall should come out. Which would give me even more space, which I'm not complaining about, so... Alright. Thank you so much for joining me in this 3D Sunshine build video. If you've liked what you've seen today, please like this video and subscribe to this channel, and we'll see you next time.